Hello there, and today I'm going to be telling you about my favourite makeup purchases from AliExpress and eBay, mostly from AliExpress, of 2017. I believe that 2017 was actually when I discovered AliExpress, or like really started to buy makeup on AliExpress. But yeah, these are the standout products. I'm going to go through them pretty quickly. I say that now, it's probably going to be a million years long, but I'm going to try and just get through each product fairly quickly. I do have like first impressions or more detailed reviews on a lot of these products, so you can feel free to go back through my other videos because I'm so lazy. I know that I'm probably not going to remember. And when are you lazy or do you have a bad memory? Which one is it? Both. Probably won't remember to put everything in the description, but anyway. Also, surprise, I changed my bedding. Like, when do I ever change my bedding? Never. And today one of my friends was like, oh yes, I've just, I change the bedding every week. I'm like, what? What? Every week? Like, literally, the bedding that I had on before this was probably on my bed for 9 months. I mean, it was a long time, like literally 9 months. I'm probably lying. It was probably on for longer. I mean, how skanky is that? Like literally so skanky. But that's just me. I mean, that is just me. I hope that you had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope that 2018 is phenomenal for you and your families. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, so today we're going to begin with highlighters, and I'm going to begin with my very favourite highlighting palette that I got from AliExpress. This is the O.TWO.O Rose Gold kind of triple highlight palette situation. I recently did a first impression on this. I only bought this a couple of months ago, so I've not had it long, but believe me, oh, it's fecking phenomenal. I mean, really. So this one features 3 different shades, and although the formula is quite chunky, like when I first swatched them, I was like, uh-oh, like literally these are going to be seriously chunkacious. But no, they're not really. Like, even on my fingers, like they don't look anything too special. But I'm actually wearing this today so that you can see it in action. Mix of the gold and the peachy shade on today on my cheeks, on my forehead. Did I put a little bit there? I don't know, but I'm going to pop a little bit there. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's just come to life. This is a phenomenal formula. As I said, it is quite chunky, so I think less is more. Just go in with a little bit, blend, and then if you want to add more, just go back in. But yeah, I think it's absolutely sensational. Sensational. So I definitely recommend this. And by the way, I will detail all of the product and the seller information in the description box down below if you are interested in looking into any for yourself. Okay, so next we have another highlighting palette. This is by the brand UCANBE, and this is the Solstice highlight palette. As you can see, it looks very familiar to the Huda Beauty palette, which I believe hers was called Solstice as well. Bit of a rip-off, but it's good. I mean, I can forgive it. As you can see, you've got 4 different kind of colours within the palette. For some reason, this one isn't showing up, but it is actually like a yellowy, like a light yellow colour. I just think the formula of these highlighters are brilliant, and it is like small, like it's a lot smaller than you may expect. Like this is my iPhone 6, and this is how big the palette is. So it is, a lot smaller than expected, but it packs a lot of punch. It's super affordable, and I would really recommend this palette if you are a fan of like these shades of highlight. Okay, and just to finish off, this is an old favourite, and it was one of the first highlighters that I fell in love with from AliExpress. This is by Ayora, and it's one of her Illuminators, and it's in the shade 01. I do actually have about 4 of these. And the shades are all pretty similar. This is what it looks like. As I said, there's not like a huge range of shades. There's nothing kind of outlandish, or there's no kind of, unique shades. They're all kind of like peachy, champagne, pink, light pink, even light pink, pinky champagne. So there's not a lot of variation within the kind of shade range, But I think for like under £2, Maria Ayora Illuminators are really, really good. Okay, so next I just have a like a glitter product, a glitter eye product. It's actually a glitter paste, and again, it's by UCANBE, who made the Solstice highlight palette. This is, it's glitter paste. I mean, it's glitter paste in a tub, and I tested this out in a first impressions video, and my eyelids have never looked so spectacular. Like literally, it just looked like a million little fairies with like slippers on with stars that were flashing, were like doing some kind of Macarena dance around my eyelids. I mean, my eyelids were just glistening. Like, I'm a huge fan of the Glitter Brilliant, like loose glitter pigment by NYX, but I would definitely say that nothing has made my eyes look quite as sensational as the UCANBE glitter paste. This is in the shade 4, and it's kind of like a, it's not like a rose gold, like I can see pink little glitters and I can see gold glitters, so it's pink gold, I'd say. But the glitters are fairly like big, they're not like tiny micro glitters, and I think that that goes a long way to adding to the sensational effect. You do get like a really like solid coverage of just glitter upon your eyelid, and it just looks so pretty. These are in their own kind of paste, so you don't need to use any glitter glue or Fix Plus or anything. You just literally kind of, you can either use your finger, which I prefer, or you could use a brush just to apply it, and it does dry down. It lasts for ages on the eyelid, like it doesn't feel sticky or like, you know, wet or slimy or anything like that. When you put it on, it sets fairly quickly, and then that's it. It's there to party. It'll be partying with you all night, or if you're like me and you don't party anymore, it will just be there on your eyelids whilst you know, do the washing up, change some pooey nappies, brush the floor, you know, whatever it is you're doing, polishing your dildo, it'll just stay there on your eyes, just looking fabulous. I loved it so much that I did go out and buy 2 more. I've not tried these yet, but I am going to be doing like a first impression and trying them both out. I just hope that they're going to be as spectacular as the pink gold bad boy. So I definitely recommend these for just a brilliant, fun, glamorous glitter paste. Okay, so moving on to eyeshadow palettes, and I feel like there are some fabulous, super cheap eyeshadow palettes on AliExpress that in my experience haven't caused any bad reactions or irritated my eyes. None of these are fakes either. These are all by, I don't know if like they're Chinese makeup brands, but they're by brands that are very popular on AliExpress, but I've not seen them anywhere else other than AliExpress and eBay. These are the palettes. There are 5 that have really stood out to me this year, so I'm just going to quickly go through them. All of these I would highly recommend. It just depends on what your preference is, you know, regarding colour, etc. So this is my favourite of them all. This is the We Care Your Favours by FOCALLURE, yeah! So I believe that this is meant to be a little bit of a dupe of the Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. It's got these fantastic shimmers in it. They're not like your typical shimmer. They're kind of like a chunky shimmer, but I say that in the best possible way. Not chunky in like, oh, I almost like dropped all the palettes on the floor, just destroying them all. That would be rather disappointing. But anyway, yeah, they're not chunky in like a horrible way. They're chunky in just the most fabulous way. I mean, oh, these are literally just on par with Javia's Place shimmers for me, because look at that. They just look wet, like my vagina the first time I swatched this. I mean, dripping wet. Also, the mattes are fantastic. I love the range of shades. I think it's extremely versatile. I've created so many different looks with this palette. Some of them have been more, you know, extravagant and dramatic than others, but it's just a beautiful palette. The price does fluctuate, as it does with all of these products that I'm going to talk about. The price will fluctuate. So, like, I'm going to give you the price in the description that I paid for it, but just keep in mind that prices do kind of go up and down, kind of like a porn star. Okay, so the next palette is by a brand called Beauty Glazed, who I have really been impressed with this year. This is the Sunset Dusk palette, and I believe this is a dupe for the Natasha Denona Sunset Dusk palette. Or is it Sunset? I think her palette is just called the Sunset palette. It's absolutely beautiful. It's just full of like really warm, kind of jewel-like sunset kind of shades. If you're a fan of this kind of colour family, oh my gosh, you need to buy this. I mean, it's fucking sensational. It's gorgeous. So this one is the Sunset Dusk palette by Beauty Glazed. Third palette again is by Beauty Glazed. This is the I Got You edition. This is meant to be, well, I don't know if it's meant to be, like I keep saying meant to be. In the description of the, you know, the advertisement for the palettes, they'll throw in like keywords, and the keywords for this, for example, were like Desert Dusk. So I'm thinking Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette, which by the way, I would love to get that palette, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. And because I've kind of got this one, I don't really feel the need to, you know, kind of not eat and be freezing cold because I can't put my heating on for a week to afford the Huda Beauty palette. As you can see, this is just very reminiscent of the Desert Dust palette. I would definitely say if you've been eyeing up that palette, but you're just not comfortable spending that much money on the palette, I would definitely recommend this. So as I said, this is the I Got You edition by Beauty Glazed. I mean, Beauty Glazed, let's give them a round of applause. Not only have they created like beautiful palettes, or I mean they've copied them, let's face it, they've kind of copied the idea of the palettes in a way, but the actual formula is really, really good. Like, it's not crappy like and unpigmented and unblendable and chalky. The formula is actually really, really good. So I think they've just done an amazing job. So 2 more palettes to go. This one is by TZ Cosmetics. This, again, was one of the kind of very first products that I actually purchased on AliExpress. I think the packaging is just fabulous. This is probably my favourite packaging of any bit of makeup that I own. It's just right up my street. I'm loving like the skull and the cobwebs and just everything. This is what the palette looks like inside. This is the Twilight eyeshadow palette, and it's got a mix of like shimmers and then mattes. It does remind me quite a lot of like a Juvia's Place palette, just in the sense that all of the shades are very bold and intense, and it's just a very colourful palette. I'm a little bit intimidated by this palette because the eyeshadows are so pigmented, and also the shimmers are just beautiful. They are more on the chunky side, I would say, but again, not in like a bad way at all. They just have a bit of chunk to them, but look, they're just beautiful. Look at this green one. This is gorgeous. And the purple, oh my gosh, I could just swatch this like all day I could be swatching this. Sorry, that one's kind of got caught up in my hairy hands. I mean, since when did I have hairy hands? I mean, really. Mental note to self, shave your hands, Anwen, shave those hands. But anyway, yeah, this is an absolutely odd. Let me just swatch this one as well because it's gorgeous. Oh God, you sexy beast. I mean, really, let me just swatch that one over there for you to see. I mean, look at this. Oh gosh, the mattes are beautiful as well. The red one does stain quite a bit, which is a little bit terrifying, but this is a gorgeous palette, and I would definitely say, like, if you're drawn to these shades and if you feel like you could get a lot of use out of it, I would buy it. I mean, even if you don't think you're going to be like using it a lot, it's so affordable. Like, I would say treat yourself anyway. Why not? And when the lady responsible for just causing bankrupt amongst many makeup junkies around the world. Honestly, like, this isn't a palette that I reach for a lot, but it's just one to have in my collection that is different. You know, it's different to a lot of my other palettes, and I feel like you don't have to use palettes all the time, do you, to really love them? Like, just because I'm not using this every day doesn't mean I don't love it, and I know it's there, it's ready to use if I want to use it. But yeah, I mean, I have no regrets. This is a fucking brilliant palette. Why am I trying to justify this myself? I have no idea right now. None. Okay, and the last eyeshadow palette that I have is the Perfect Chic palette by Ayora. This one is extremely kind of colourful. It's full of like pastel-y kind of tones. It's got a mix of shimmers and mattes. It reminds me a lot of the NYX palette. There's a NYX palette out that's very similar. The pigmentation is really, really good considering that there's a lot of pastel shades in here. I just think it's so pretty, super affordable, and yeah, I would totally recommend this. Ooh, I almost knocked them off. I've got like a tower of palettes on my table and literally they almost just toppled off. Okay, so next we have a couple of blushes. The first blush is by Bioaqua, and this is an air cushion blush. It's actually like, you know, a cushion blush, which like I've never tried any cushion blushes before. I'm not a huge fan of like cushion foundations. I think they're a bit gimmicky, and I find that all the ones that I've tried have been like super light coverage, and they've always been like really expensive because they're a cushion, and I'm like, excuse me, I don't care if you're a cushion or not, but like that doesn't impress me much. Just give me some coverage, give me some fucking coverage, but none of them do. So anyway, that's a random rant about cushion foundations. Anyway, this is a blush. As you can see, it's in a cushion and it's the most beautiful. Oh my gosh, I've got shimmers, shadows. What's going on my phone? Oh my gosh, I've got a million photos. This is the most kind of beautiful kind of pinky shade. There it is on my finger. If I just kind of do a little bit of a swatch there, you can see it's just the most perfect shade of pink, and I actually really like the fact that it's more of like a liquid formula because I feel like it looks very natural. It's not like, you know, your typical powder brush, which by the way I love a good powder blush, but this is just something a little bit different. I don't use it like all the time, but whenever I do use it, I think it is so beautiful. I would definitely recommend that you give one of these a go if you see them. And the next blush that I have is more of like a blush slash highlight. It's by the brand 3GS. I don't know what that random barcode is doing just attached upon itself, but yeah, it's by 3GS. I have about 4 of these. I know you're probably going to be thinking Clinique. I don't know if they've tried to kind of rip off the Clinique. Is it the Popper Blushes blush? Popper blush? I've got 4 of these. This is my favourite one. These are just absolutely gorgeous. They feel so soft. Just look at that guy. I'm going to put some on and forget swatch it. Actually, I will swatch it because I've got it on my hand. But look, I mean, these are gorgeous. They're like a shimmery blush, and I just feel like I'm getting so excited about these right now. Either that or my Red Bull has just kicked in. Probably both. But anyway, let me put a bit on my cheeks and you can see what I mean. I mean, look, oh, this is so sad as well, like literally. So, okay, this is my wonderful unicorn brush that my friend Maria got for me like so kindly, and I love these unicorn brushes. But the other day I got a package from AliExpress and I thought it was the FOCALLURE Twilight Palette, which I've been desperately awaiting for what feels like years at this point. So I didn't have any scissors, so I thought, right, I can just use my brush to like open it up. Oh, that was a really bad idea because I used the brush and it snapped the end off. I just feel like such an irresponsible brush owner, and I'm just gutted. And even worse, like to add insult to injury, it wasn't even the FOCALLURE palette. I don't know where that palette is. Everyone keeps asking me, Anwen, have you ordered the palette? And I'm like, yes. Like I ordered it when it first came out, but is it here? Feck no, I don't know where it is. Anyway, don't even get me started on that. It's so annoying. But anyway, so this, right, let's get back onto this. So this is the Crimson Shame blusher. I don't know if it's meant to be the Crimson Shade blusher, but they've said shame. I don't know. It got lost in translation, I feel. But let me just pop this on. Oh my gosh, it's just so pigmented. And actually, these remind me a lot of the MAC Mineralize. Is it Mineralize blushes? I've got 2 of them, and they're just exactly the same formula, like literally exactly the same. Do you know what? I need to use this more often. Like, I've had this in my little box of like AliExpress favourites for ages, I'm going to start using this again because, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. If you like this like pop of pink, or they've got like a coral one, they've got like an like champagne one, they've got a few different shades. Oh guys, just treat yourself, like seriously treat yourself. Oh my gosh. This is a 3GS Crimson Shame Blusher. Next I have a BB cream. This again is by Maria Ayora. This is the Matte Effect BB cream. This is fabulous. Like, it has such high coverage for a BB cream. It also lasts really well on my oily skin. It gives you like quite a natural finish and it feels really comfortable. It's like a couple of pounds. It's definitely worth it, like absolutely 100% worth it. I would wholeheartedly recommend this to you. So this is the Matte Effect BB cream, big boobies cream. That's what I always think, big boobies cream. I mean, one day I was just thinking about BB creams, and in my head I was like, big boobies. And then ever since that day, all I can think is big boobies cream, big boobies cream. I've actually got some big boobies cream. Look, I ordered this for some reason. I don't have any recollection of ordering this. It's the Bella Cream Breast Enhancement Cream. Like, on what lonely dark night did I think it was, you know, a good idea to order this cream, as if I was going to be like rubbing it into my boobias? I mean, what did I think was actually going to come of that? I mean, anyway, they're not my finest purchase ever. Okay, so just moving on to the final few products. This isn't like a makeup product. Well, it is in a way, but it's more like a tool. This is the Colour Cleaner. It's like a brush cleaner. It's a tin, so it's a tin, and inside the tin it's got like a Brillo pad, and you literally just get your brush and you just like rub it all up in there, and it literally just cleans your brush without, you know, any messing about with like actually getting your brush wet or really, you know, putting any effort forward, which that's why I love this. It's literally like a lazy girl's dream. Or if you don't have a lot of makeup brushes and, you know, you just want to like clean them in between, like using different shades, it's just absolutely sensational. I've had this for ages. I mean, it's still working. I don't know at what point I need to like get a new one, but probably at the point where there's no Brillo pad left. In about 10 years time will be the point I'll decide to get a new one. But yeah, this is a brilliant. It's the Colour Cleaner Makeup Brush Cleaner series. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Great. Okay, next we have a fake. This is a fake. This is a fake Kat Von D liquid lipstick. The formula of this, right? This is why I'm mentioning it. The formula is just exceptional. It just feels like weightless on your lips. It dries down. It lasts for fecking ages. The shade of this is beautiful, but I'm not really mentioning this like for the shade. Just out of all of the like fake liquid lipsticks that I've ever tried, the fake Kat Von D's are definitely my favourite. Oh, yes there. Oh, Alex is instantly drawn to my fabulous festive display. He loves these Christmas lights. He loves any Christmas lights. Oh, and within a second destroyed. Okay, so the last product to mention today is the Vamp Stamp. This is just a godsend for anybody. Like, I'm an atheist, so I don't believe in God. So it's like a unicorn send. I don't know. Probably believe in unicorns more than God. I mean, I definitely do. But anyway, so yeah, this is a little, you know, like wing stamp for your face. I don't know. I'm distracted. What's going on behind me? I feel like I'm about to get impaled with my lights. But yeah, this is just a really good tool for creating a wing. If you, like me, are just totally like crap at creating a wing with like eyeliner, this is just a really easy way of doing it. Just like, you know, lining up with your eye, popping it on. By the way, this is not foolproof. Like, this still needs a bit of work and effort. Like, you do have to like go in with an eyeliner and like refine it. I don't know, it's not like a magical product in the sense that it just does everything for you, but it's brilliant. It's obviously a fake. Like, this is not actually made by the Vamp Stamp brand, but I feel like everything about it will be the same, you know, silicone stamps at the end, plastic in the middle, and yeah, it's really, really good. I definitely recommend it, like with the colour switcher thing as well. These are products that you can buy from like you know, Sephora, Boots, Space NK, and you can pay like 5 times as much to get them, or you can buy them from AliExpress and save yourself a lot of money. So yeah, I definitely recommend like these items. They're just good to have in your collection. What are you doing back there, gorgeous? What are you up to? Hey. Oh, you know, last time I filmed a video, right, and I went downstairs and Honeys was cutting Alex's fringe, wasn't he? He was cutting Alex's fringe and it looked crazy. Look, so then Mummy had to go in and refine it, didn't she? She did, yes. Oh, Alex. I think he's a little bit sleepy. Should we say to everybody, we hope you had a Merry Christmas and we hope you have a Happy New Year. What do you think? Should we sing Jingle Bells? Jingle bells. Oh. Are you a bit sleepy, little one?
Yeah.
Oh, I love you. I love you. Should we say bye-bye to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you for watching, everybody. I hope that you've all had a wonderful Christmas and I hope that you have a wonderful 2018. Thank you so much for all of your support and encouragement, all of the lovely comments. I see every single one of them and I just appreciate them so much. So thank you for everything. Thank you for everything and bye-bye. Should we say bye-bye?
Yeah. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.